Hey, can you guys hear me good? All right. Yeah, we can. All right. Just type in the question and then I'll just go off of that and see what I get from the energy. All right. So I'm already getting for you, Monica, like an offer's already been made. Keep seeing the two here. This is like somebody that was like left out in the cold. And with the five there, I'm getting it was like an abrupt change. So maybe you and him had like some type of like, how do you say it? It was some type of change. Something was going on. Looks like in the past though. Maybe at that time you weren't single and say, I don't know, maybe at that time you weren't single because it's come out reverse. So it's like in the past and then it could have been like some drama. Yeah, it could have been some drama about like either you and him not working together. With the three there, could have been other people involved. And then you got the Ten of Swords in reverse. This is just already telling me this is something like that either he didn't want to end or you didn't want to end. It could have been differences. Yeah. You said let's do okay, so let's see. Alright. So what's his intentions? Uh-oh, I just saw that card was like the past returning and then I almost stuttered, so he's trying to figure out like what to say to you. Alright, yeah, look. First card, the Two of Cups. Also, we got the High Priestess coming out, which is okay. So this is what I was telling you about in the text, Monica, where I said that you kind of already pre-saw this, meaning like at that time when you brought it up and we were talking about it, that was already kind of like telling you like either he was gonna come in, it was something, and then that's when I started picking it up. All right, so let's. Oh shit. All right, yeah, you guys could have been quiet for some time with the King of Swords coming out. This is like him being quiet. There goes the five. So yeah, it was some type of change with you and him. So let's see. What is his... Okay. Alright. So here we go. We got the past coming back around. He wants to see... He's like reading into what you guys are saying. So if you guys are texting and talking, he's really reading into it with me looking at that paper, whatever this thing is. So this is like... I heard spinning the block. All right, so look, here we are, Monica, wanting to offer you, yeah, look, message coming in. You see with the bird, so he's like reading into everything you guys are talking about after some breakup that you guys had. Could have been a lot of people involved. Remember when I said with the three? All right, so I know it's kind of late, you guys. My son, he took a nap, so he's gonna be up for a while. All right, so yeah, he wants to, you know why I keep stuttering? Because he's like nervous. His like sweaty palms. Yeah, look, he's like set on you. He wants to actually see you. So these numbers here that keep coming up is like some type of change. So yeah, look, he's like set on you. He views you as the Empress, as you can see here. Ooh. Yeah, look, Monica, he's been watching. So around that time when we had brought him up, that's when I was like, girl. Yeah, look, here we are. The King of Cups. So with the five there again, I told you some type of change. So maybe this time around he'll probably be different towards you. So I'm not sure how you guys' relationship was before, but he's yeah, I heard a little bit more mature. So maybe at that time he wasn't mature. I'm not really sure. He's been thinking about you. So with the up here is Six of Cups. So this is right now though. So this is like him thinking about you right now in this moment. You guys could be talking. Yeah, you guys are texting because you got the Eight of Wands coming out. So this is immediate right now. Yeah, look, the Ten of Pentacles. This is like somebody wants to build with you, or possibly you could, or this is somebody that is stable, that is like a family man. Yeah, I'm not surprised trying to tell you because look at he's like, I'm not about to be left out in the cold again. So this came out in the beginning, which I had already said, and I know it did because it's just making sense what I was saying. So this is somebody that maybe back then he felt like you didn't, maybe he felt like at that time like you didn't look at him like he was enough. Maybe he felt like he wasn't all the way stable within his life at that time, or he had to be, or he had to move. It just stuff was going on. Life could have been life, and he could have felt like you didn't want him because of that. Now he's more like, no, I'm settled. I'm a grown ass man. She has no reason to fucking keep me out in the cold anymore. I'm very stable. I'm a man, you know. I'm not gonna just date her. I'm gonna actually want to be with her long term. So this is somebody that wants to come back around who's been watching you anyway. So yeah, who's been watching you? And this is somebody too that never actually got over the past. So with the nine, I'm seeing two nines now. So this is somebody that actually never got over the past with you. So with the two over here, and then you see the other two here, you are always in the back of his mind like, what the fuck happened? So I wouldn't be so. Oh yeah, look, it makes sense why he brought up marriage because this is what he sees. He's like, well, damn, me and you had a good connection. So okay, yeah, look with another five. So maybe you and him share the same religion or believe in the same things. Because this is like you guys both being on the same page as far as spirituality. So basically, what his intentions are moving forward is this is like he wants to build that shit back up. So let me see here. Let's see what he wants to say. I haven't pulled these. Yeah, he wants to he's curious. He wants to see if you're single. Yeah, look, I told you earlier, remember when I said he's gonna want to see you, so can I see you? So this is what he hasn't said just yet, but he's warming up to it. And also here, you already know what I think you're getting nervous only because you're picking up his energy, but the overall energy, look, you got the two of cups here, sis, and then with this coming out for like his intentions, this is like he wants to move forward with you in a positive way. So, all right. And this keeps coming out as far as I love your body. So maybe you and him could have been intimate in the past and it was just like you guys had really good chemistry. And then look, karma's a bitch. I realize I realize how you feel. Do you forgive me? This is something like he feels like he did something, and this goes with the card that I was telling you about with being him being left out in the cold. So look at I call from random numbers. This goes with the watching card here. With always was watching. So if you ever did get like random weird ass calls back then, he could have called you too back then and just to hang up, just to hear your voice. He doesn't have to be a Pisces, but he can be really like a his energy can be very watery, meaning like he's very not emotional, but he's open with I don't know, he's very affectionate. He could be very affectionate. He could be very like, I don't know, like, you know. Yeah, look, 2 weeks from now. Yeah, he's gonna want to see you, sis. Yeah. He's gonna want to see you. Also, too, something about like his family. So either he's asking you about your family, how I don't know. This sounds like I kind of hear like it. I keep stuttering, so this is already telling me that he's nervous talking to you. Oh, he's a Sag. Ooh, I just saw the card that said I want you. So yeah, he's like happy. Look at. I will wait for a sign from you. Told you he's been like watching, and this is. I'm trying to tell you, girl. He's been watching. You're somebody he never actually got over. And I heard kids with. But once kids with you, I wish I could take back my words. So yeah, look, he's kind of looking at you in different ways. So maybe when you guys split apart, he was like, I don't know, he had realizations. That could have been why too the Wheel of Fortune came out for him, like being like, damn, I am a grown man. And maybe back then with her back then I should have been more mature. Maybe I didn't have all my shit together, but now since some time has happened and I've realized this and that, and I've been single for a minute, she would be the perfect match. Oh, thanks. You said I know I crossed the line. So this is him with this goes inside with the whole being left out. He all see. It's funny how you kind of blame yourself for like you guys either separating. if you do, but he kind of feels like it was him, like you left him because of whatever. But that could just be his own insecurities, but he kind of blames himself. I know I was a distraction from your pain. That to me was just like him being up at night. See, so he never actually forgotten about you. Oh, and then look, don't think about your daughter. So maybe he's asking about your daughter, probably wishing that you had a baby with him. All right. All right, Monica. I'm gonna get started on Leslie, and then I'll go back to you. Okay, Monica? Just before it gets too late, and then I'll get started back on you. But oh yeah, and don't forget this came out too. So this is him already making that offer, and then I heard possibilities. So maybe you may give him a chance because I heard like I kind of see you blushing. So maybe you're curious to see. Maybe you might find him more attractive because I kind of get you looking at him like, damn, he's cute, or not like cute like that. Of course he's attractive, but I get like you're like, damn. But you're still trying to be like, oh, I want to figure out what the fuck his intentions are. But I kept stuttering throughout your whole reading. So yeah, look, and this came out too, and I'm seeing it again with the 2. So this is him offering you something. Yeah, I told you. I was just thinking that too. And he said that with your daughter and stuff. I was just thinking that too. He's like, yeah, and he's being serious as hell too. So he's not like playing. And look at with the devil card coming out, this is like sexual desire, obsessed with you. With the 6, I'm getting 6 of cups, so he's very like attached. He pretty much never let go of you, actually. And then I got 2, he would beat up your baby daddy if he had to, like he would beat him up. And as I said that, look, the justice card came out. So yeah, he would really, that's to me, telling me like he would really stand on 10 toes for you, Monica, because he looks at you like this. Okay, the Queen of Cups. All right, and then look, the Sun card. So he looks at you like very, 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 very happy. See, very strong, like you overcame something. And then him wanting to be your man with the Emperor card coming out with the 4 here. So mind you, look, here goes the Queen of Cups with the number 4, and then here he is with the 4 here on the Emperor. So he really does think that you and him make a really good couple, and you guys would be like a good parents. All right, so let's get started on Leslie, and then I'll go back to you, Monica. Take care of in person terms. And so my brother with him again. He's been gone. Fast, no card. All right. All right, Leslie. So Leslie, you want to see what's going on, like what why he came back, or because I'm getting he's gonna return. I think he just wants to give you space, but he's not gonna leave you alone. He watches you on social media. Ooh. It could have been like drama, maybe with him. Maybe you guys see him as drama, or and then I heard full of shit. So maybe you guys look at him like he's full of shit, or every time he comes around, it's some bullshit, or you feel like he's just all over the place. Like one minute he's like this way, next minute he's this way, other way. It's some type of like, it's something like that. And then this is how he sees you. I kind of get he regrets how you guys' relationship went. Maybe you guys broke up and then it was never like an apology, or maybe you didn't get closure when you guys broke up. Because I'm kind of getting, yeah, maybe you didn't get closure because I'm kind of getting him always in his head about you. Maybe regretting how things turned out. Yeah. And then look, wanted to come back and offer you something with the King of Cups. So very little effort. Yeah. Yeah, look, this is somebody that feels left out in the cold from you. So this is somebody that's like, maybe you did shut the door on him, because I am kind of getting like you wanted to see more, but he wasn't giving you more. Maybe he wasn't in the right place either. Like he could have been like, say, I don't know why I was gonna say homeless. So maybe that could have been like him being like not having funds or going through like life changes, you know, switching jobs, or he didn't really have a lot to offer. So I kind of get he's a little insecure when it comes to you. This is him watching you. Now, mind you, I just shuffled these, so he's been watching you, especially on social media, if you have social media, and if he knows where you live. Yeah, this is somebody that didn't really, this is somebody that you close the cycle out with, but this is someone that wants to come back in and squeeze in. So to me, with this coming out for you and what his intentions are, I am getting some type of doubt. I think he wanted to see if you would give him another chance. But with this coming out again here with the three, you see the three here, Leslie. This is already telling me that he was genuine about what he said. Cause I'm getting he said something, but then also too I'm getting you kind of changed after you and him like went your separate ways, because for you to come out as the world card, this is like you already completed a cycle with him. It's like you kind of moved on, you outgrew the situation. You have these two wands here where it's like you're manifesting your own, like you're just, I think you might have moved on. Only reason why you're looking back is because you feel him trying to come into your bubble here, but you already upgraded. It's like you're living your life. You're focused on your pinnacles here. Even here, this is like you're on the other side of this glass here and you're stacking your money up. You're doing your own. You're not even worried about him. Only reason why you're worried about him is because he started coming into your circle. And then you felt his energy anyway. So I'm pretty sure you probably seen signs before he actually even came back. Maybe you were getting block calls or just, or you could have just thought about him. Yeah, and this is why this came out as far as you keeping the door shut on that. Like these wands here are like him coming to you, and you're like, no. And then also this came out, and this is telling me he didn't really make an effort back then. So maybe when you guys were together, he didn't really put enough effort, or it wasn't like an equal give and take here with the scales right there. So, and I kind of get, I heard you learned your lesson. And when I said that this came out, so this is like you learn your lesson and you're like happy by yourself, or you just have standards now. It's like you're not dealing with him. So let's see if he meant his apology. Ooh. I'm getting, yeah. I feel like he did, but then it's like, I heard like in my head right now, I heard like you're saying to him like he couldn't give you this 10 of cups, and this is what you're looking for. This is what he's lacking. Something like that, but I can be wrong. Yeah, I feel like you feel like he's not ready with this sitting here. This is like you feel like of course you're the prize, which you are, but you feel like he's gonna look at you like this and be like, oh, take his time, or he's not gonna like make a lot of effort. I kind of get you're like he's incapable of giving me my 10 of cups that I deserve. This is why I feel like you came out as the world card, like you completed the lesson with him, because you're like, no, he doesn't see my worth. He's not. I don't know. I kind of get like you're more mature than him. It's hard to really explain. Hopefully I'm explaining it right, sis, because I'm like, it's just a lot. It's like it's not hard for you to say, but maybe like say other readers you go to have a hard time like kind of piecing it. But I'm trying to like get it because I hear it in my head. And then I'm also getting too, he's kind of insecure too because he's not in a good space in his life. But then also, mind you, however he did you in your relationship, he was going to get that back tenfold. So if he's lacking money, it makes sense why, because maybe when he was with you, he barely even gave you anything. He barely even gave you just anything. So I feel like now the scales are kind of balancing now because you're more on top of your shit. You see saving money. You're happy being single. You're not even really tripping off of love. You're more so like, well, if he comes back and he's genuine, then yeah, he can come in my circle. But if he's being full of shit, and I kind of get you feel like he is, and I'm getting the vibe the same way, you're like, I'm gonna close that door. I'm just gonna wait on my 10 of cups to come. So, and look, the Wheel of Fortune coming out, and see I'm getting the same thing with the circle here. You see you. So I do feel like you have new love coming in, and I'm gonna pull on that because it's kind of like that's just inevitable. It's just gonna happen. So I feel like with him coming back, this was like a test to see whether or not you were gonna like go back and then restart that cycle all over again. So, ooh. And I heard too you came a long way. Yeah, look, see, you're more in balance. So with the 5 here, sis, this is just telling me like this is a, like, how you say it? You changed in a big way where now it's like you learned your lesson from the past and you have higher standards. So anybody you do meet moving forward, they have to really like step their game up. They have to really be mature, honest, loyal, showing effort, not just saying it, but really being about it. So I do feel like you're more on this balancing, and you're only letting people into your circle that are, you know, um, actually for you, that are like genuine and not like pushing or not forcing to go out or not. I don't know. Kind of just feel like maybe you feel like you've been traumatized from your past relationship and you feel like you don't want that anymore. You're wanting more of like somebody nice, somebody that's gonna like check up on you, ask you how you're really doing, and genuine. But yeah, I feel like you learned your lesson from that. So yeah, I do feel like you have. I heard stalker. And the reason why I said stalkers because I saw that devil card. So this is that past person. Yeah, look, you're onto some new stuff. Look, you pretty much completed that cycle with him. It just is like, to me, it's like you don't even want to go back to that. Yeah, look, with the justice card here, you pretty much don't even want to go back to it. You're like, psh, feel like you have new love coming in. Oh, you said his mom hit. Yeah, it's just, I'm not surprised though, because look, with all this going on and you feel it, this is why you're like, fuck, I should get a reading just to see. Yeah, look, and he's even thinking about you right now. This is why I tell you guys, be mindful of, the questions you ask, because when you ask me, the other person is like, it's kind of weird. They just start thinking about you. It's just energy. So, but yeah, I kind of get he's contemplating, so he's probably gonna message you anyway. I think right now he's in a stage of contemplation. He's trying to see if you're gonna be and do the same thing that you did in the past. So you see how the numbers here with the 2 and 2 here, and you got the 4 in the middle. So this he could be not used to. He could be not used to the new you, because you're doing things different than how you did in the past. Maybe he was used to you always just either waiting around for him, or I don't know, just get settling. All right, Leslie, but that's what I'm getting for you for that question. I hope that did resonate. You do have one more question, okay? So you can go ahead and type in that question. Yeah, because I kind of get like, and even as I read that right now, look, you see how the devil card's coming out? He thought you were still like, he thought you didn't change. He didn't think like you evolved. And now you're like looking at yourself like, no, I'm a wife, or I'm going to be a wife one day. I'm not going to be fucking tied up with this fool. And he's sitting here still in the same way. And he's not even trying to get out of that. And also too, I feel like he was a little negative, meaning like he was kind of like low vibration. Maybe he would do things to trigger you, or just stuff. I kind of get too, and I'm hearing a particular female, so maybe not that you had to deal with other females with him, but say like he had girls as friends, or just friends he would probably say choose over you, or he just, I don't know, I kind of get like a selfish vibe. I can be wrong though. It doesn't have to be that. He could have just been childish as fuck, or had friends that were childish. And look at how you're coming off to him now. See? Very like you don't need him, and I don't know. I just feel like you changed in a big ass way. Like, yeah, look, and this is what keeps coming out. I told you, you're like looking at yourself like, I'm the empress. I'm gonna be a wife. I'm not gonna be fucking waiting around for him, and he's barely trying to figure out that or realizing that he needs a job, or like, no. You're like, I'm not even on that. Your mentality is just different as fuck. Yeah, he would. And it's funny because when we're with somebody, then we're like really, really like them. But then when we back up and we distance ourselves, we start seeing, our worth. We're like, I didn't really need him. And damn, he really had me getting out of character. Like, this mother effer really had me fucking like thinking I am really just, and this is how you could have felt too with him. And it's funny how this is how where he's at now, because this just came out for your last question. So I think it's funny how now he's in this energy, and could have been how you were with him, very indecisive, very like having all these emotions, but then you see these little roadblocks here. You guys would probably get into it, or he just not even get into it. I feel like he didn't understand how you were genuinely feeling at that time with him. You know, I feel like you could have held back a lot or didn't really want to say how you really feel. Maybe you kind of just stayed longer than you were supposed to, which is okay because, you know, girl, I go through the same stuff, so I don't even think it's just you. But, you know, could have been at night too. You could have felt some kind of way at night or could have cried at night. You know, just, you're not even with that. You're not even, you know, you're just completely new. It's like that's in the past. Yeah, but it just lets you know like that you're evolving and you outgrew that situation. Like you completely outgrew that shit. Let's see. Let's be a little nosy. But yeah, babe, you can type in your next question. I'm gonna be nosy real quick and then see what's currently going on in his head. I'm gonna pull some of these cards and we'll just see. Ooh. All right, yeah. Right now it's a push and pull, power struggles, very stubborn. So that could be what you're picking up on as well too, as far as like him not when you're like making minimal effort. So like I said, he's still trying to pull you down that lower vibration where you're coming to him more. A man, if he truly really likes you, he's not gonna make you chase. Men don't they're not comfortable with that because they're the man. So it's kind of like, well, you know, and maybe he's used to you back then would call him like, why did you call me, motherfucker? Like, it's been, you told me 8 o'clock and it's fucking 11 o'clock. What the hell are you doing? He's used to that type of shit probably, you know, and now it's like, you're not doing that. Yeah, look, I told you. Look at, you're done. You're so sick of it. You're like, girl, look at you're even saying it's a cycle. You're like, my mind is made up. I'm done. See, look, this is him feeling guilty. And then here it could be a karmic connection with the soul contract because this is something that is a little hard for you to kind of like break off. Maybe this is somebody where you're like, fuck, I feel like I'll always be connected to him, but I don't know why. But this is somebody too that has to do a lot of, you know, self-reflecting. Like he has to want to grow up, girl. You can't, you know, can't be, he has to want to do it, you know, like for himself. He has to, not like you know what I mean? So it's like you can't hold yourself back because he's still in this energy here. You know, and I feel like you did a lot of realization, a lot of realizing things about yourself when it came to this connection. You see toxic connection, roller coaster, like I just said, like a karmic contract, because it's really hard for you to kind of like, you know, yeah. Yeah, so let's see if he was serious. I'm gonna pull my other cards. Let's see. Yeah, I know. I seen that in my head too with the whole crying. That's why I said at night, crying at night. All right, you said, hey, Jesus, where's my time? Ooh. I feel like only way you would know if he's worth your time is if you guys have a very serious fucking conversation. Because I feel like the new you now would shock him by your choice of words, how you're setting up your boundaries and what you're willing to put up with him. I feel like it has to be a serious conversation. I feel like that's something that may make him a little uncomfortable, but I also kind of feel like he would be unable to deliver that because you're already like elevated so high. It's kind of like you're even looking at him now like, man, this is going to be another cycle because even with you giving him your number and giving him that opportunity to text you and he still was giving you the bare minimum, that's what I'm saying. You're just like, you guys would really have to have a very, very serious conversation. Very serious conversation. And I feel like you changed. Look at, you're very strong now. So it's like he cannot play you anymore. Also, you do have communication coming in. So I do feel like either he's gonna reach out or you guys are both gonna talk. So you guys will have that conversation one day. Like you're pretty sure gonna have it. Also, with this coming out here, I feel like too he's gonna be a little guarded. Also with you as well. But I feel like you're gonna give him a chance for some reason. I don't know. I kind of get like you just keep giving him chances. It's something like that. Yeah, you keep giving him chances with the devil card coming out. That's already telling me like it's some type of connection, like a karmic, because it's hard to shake. You know, look. up at night thinking, and you could not, I'm not saying you're up at night, but then it's the energy. So if you're thinking about him, it's because he's up and he's going through this, and you're probably feeling it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you'll know, but I kind of get like you kind of evolved, and then you're already kind of like, he's gonna say something stupid or he's just gonna fuck up. He's not gonna call me. It's like, I don't know. I kind of get you're like, I'm just on some new stuff now. I'm not like waiting around for him to be a different person that he's incapable of being right now. Yeah, look, I kind of get you just want to walk away. The reason why I'm saying that is because I noticed the eights here anyway when I said how strong you are and how you guys would have the conversation. But I kind of get you're like, it's just going to end up making you want to leave because you're going to be like, he's still on this low vibration. He's still unable to fill my cup. So, but that's what I'm getting for you, Leslie, okay? I'll pull you a couple more. Let me leave these out. And I'll pull you some of the truth, hidden truth. So let's see what he has to say. But yeah, it's hard to explain, but I hopefully I explained it right because I was stuttering. So I am getting like, he is hesitant to be honest because I kind of get like, he already knows you evolve. So he's like, fuck, I'm like nervous. She's going to probably go off on me or say something that actually makes sense. Like to where he doesn't have no response. Yeah, look, I wish I can share my good news with you. This is somebody that knows that you're like wife material. We need to let each other go. So let's see why the heck he's saying that. Also, too, I'm getting too, that's how he feels like you feel about him. Like, we just need to go. Look, I want to feel that way again. Look, I left you before you could leave me. Something about a coffee shop, maybe, I don't know. I don't even know why I got coffee shop right now. Maybe you want coffee or, I don't know. I kind of smell coffee for some reason. Oh, shit. Yeah, I replay our conversations over and over. And then I regret lying to you, so. Something about dreams. And then I'm hearing that song, I'm Dreaming of You by Selena, or I don't know. How does that song go again? Oops. You were the best thing in my life. Yeah. And I'm seeing pictures of you. So he could have pictures of you in his phone or something like that because I'm seeing pictures. Also, you can have it, but that can also mean like memories. But he goes down memory lane and something about a particular memory in a car. It could be a blue car, red car. I'm not really sure. It's just a car. It's some type of memory he has. Either you guys were in the car holding hands. It's something, but I know sex comes up. Yeah. Yeah, he's like thinking about it. And something about his mom too. Maybe he could have tried to get his mom to like kind of get you to like hit him up or something. Yeah, he did. So if his mom did say something to you, yeah, with the mind games coming out, that's like playing games. And then look, stalking. So having other people stalk you, hitting you up. Yeah, he's childish as hell because even that's coming out and you're not even giving into that. Look, I told you. See? With the road here, Leslie, that's like you leaving. Like I told you with the Eight of Cups, that's like you're like, I heard what he had to say and he's still on some bullshit. So you're like, I'm out. It's coming out in the card. That's why I said, like, when I mentioned, like, him using his mom to hit you up and then mind games. So yeah, he was just playing games, sitting here trying to find an excuse to talk. And actually, it probably wasn't even him. He probably made a profile and put her fucking picture on it or whatever. But that might be a little much. But either way go, if that really was her, he's still playing games and he's fucking being weird, stalking, being childish. So this is, like I told you, this is why I said you gave him the benefit of the doubt by even giving him your number, and he's already kind of showing you that it's not kind of going nowhere. This is why you're coming off like this, like, I'm out. I'm focusing on my dreams. I'm gonna find the right one for me. So yeah, because you could tell it's like, yeah, look, I told you, his broke ass girl, he don't have no money, and even if he does have some money, he's just like broke down mentally. Like, you guys are on two different fucking pages. Like, he's not doing shit, girl. He's doing the same thing he was doing when he was with him. He's not going to evolve without that mentality. Even if he's with somebody else, sis, he's going to be on this same bum ass shit right here. This same shit, just like that. So however he did you in a relationship is how he's going to do the next bitch until he grows up out of that. Because he's still on that little kid shit. You could tell, sis. He's still being secretive, being all like, girl, he's trash. She said, yeah, look, bitch, we were just talking about pictures. And I tell you, look at regrets, reminiscing. I try to tell you, sis. Yeah, look, red flag. Told you. He's on the same shit, sis. I'm trying to tell you, he's on the same shit. This is what I was trying to tell you why this came out again for you, where you're like looking at it like, look, for this mirror to be broke, it's because you broke the mirror. It's like, you're like, no, you're like, bitch, wake up. I'm done. Like, this motherfucker is really tripping. Like, you're like, I'm out of here. You're like realizing that. This is why you're looking in the mirror at yourself. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I cannot be just, his dick game is not that good. Like, I have no reason to be stuck with this motherfucker. Like, no reason. Yeah, see, and look, I'm trying to tell you, toxic. He wants to come back. Yeah, but look, right when I said toxic, look, right when I said toxic, look at his weird ass. Look at him out chilling, just on some, he's not on no grown man shit. He has too much time to be out partying. If his ass had a job or something to do, he'd be too tired to be going out. And then, right, look at, after that, look at X, unfaithful. Look at, just pulling on your energy with these hands here, pulling on your energy. I'm trying to tell you, sis. And then look, the same card came out. Look how you feel. Sick and tired of his ass. Told you. And then this came out again. So you're having repeated cards. So it's pretty much telling me the same thing, sis. With this coming out, this is just like a karmic tie, like a karmic contract. Or no, he's like a karmic. Because those type of connections are hard to break. Like, I'm feeling like that too with my son's dad. It's the same thing. It's like that shit's real hard to shake. And it's very, very like, it's like you really have to talk yourself out of that. Like, the only person that can do it is you. It's like you just have to heal that. See, thinking about you right now. So he's on that type of trip. But that's what I'm getting for you, Leslie, okay? I hope you did enjoy your readings, sis. Your readings are always good. Oh no. To me, when people be like, oh, we're gonna break it, if that's a karmic connection, that type of thing, in my opinion, is not ever gonna really break because you're always gonna have that connection. What it is though is it's how you healed coming out of it. And then it's like, we have to realize, guys, those type of connections don't ever really go away. They're always going to be there, and they're always going to be an opportunity where you can go back. But that's like, did you learn your lesson? You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a test. It's like, just because it's there, just because he's coming back, just because he's hitting up and he's acting interested, you already been through that test and cycle. Do you want to reopen up that again and then go through the same shit again and then be complaining about the same shit again? So I have to kind of take my own advice on that as well too, because I'm going through that as well. So I'm like, you know, they're karmic connections. They're not, it's always going to be, the door will always be open, even if he's with somebody else. Come on now. So that just goes to show, you know, like, why would you want to go back to that? You already kind of learned that lesson. And it's sometimes, you know, it's hard for us to believe it because we're like, fuck, I did so much chilling. I would think he did too. But some people grow. They don't grow up out of that shit. Some people are just like that. Some men, they just don't. And women too. You know, there's women out there too that don't fucking grow up. It's toxic ass women out there that don't either, you know. But it's up to you. Like, did you learn your lesson after you came up out of that? So speaking of that, Leslie, let's pull you one of these and see if that card comes out that I see in my head, and I hope it does. But it's all how you're looking at it, you know, like coming out of that. Like, did you learn your lesson? So let's see. Hopefully it comes out. Yeah, look, patience needed. So you do have something coming in. So I read it to you. It says, be mindful not to rush or push your agenda at this time. Trust in divine timing and less is instant gratification. Having patience allows everything to unfold as it should. The seeds have been planted. Now let them grow. All right, so let's see. Yeah, so right now you're going through, you could be single, but it's, let me read this and I'll explain it. Isolation, lonely. So there's a tendency to push people away by isolating yourself from uncomfortable situations. Look into new ways to break down the walls to create better ways to connect with others. Don't keep your light to yourself. Open up and share it. So to me, this is like maybe after that situation with him, you went into this mode where you were just by yourself. You know, you were probably like, I'm done. I'm not even gonna fucking talk to anybody. I'm not gonna do anything. So I'm kind of getting this person. How do you say it? They helped you. Hmm. Something about they helped you appreciate the like your this like you being able to be by yourself. It's some type of like self worth with the isolation between you and him. So maybe when you guys separated, that really helped you. Like it made you stronger. Like you're able to deal and be alone. It's like you don't need anybody. Something like that. It's something like that. I can't. It's just something like that. I can be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is because, look, it's better boundaries. That's pretty much what I just said. Like, it helps you really be able to deal with life and be alone and not actually need someone or constantly need validation or you just need a boyfriend. It just kind of helped you. That's what I was telling you. Like, just because he's coming back doesn't mean, like, oh, take him back and start that cycle. No, it can just be a test, girl, to really see, like, if you really learned your fucking lesson. You know what I mean? So I feel like coming out of that connection with him, you kind of not you kind of did, but you did. You have more better boundaries. So it says creating boundaries requires self love and discipline. It's not about you shutting people out or being unkind. It's about you telling them you care enough about yourself to create boundaries that are for your highest good. Clear communication is needed to keep your boundaries intact. So remember when I first said too with the Ace of Swords coming out, and then I said you guys will probably have a conversation. This is what it's talking about as well too. You having better boundaries and you communicating exactly what you will and will not put up with if you guys were to get back together. But I kind of get like you already know like he's either unable to give you that, so you're like, I'm not even gonna fucking waste time. But he wants to have this conversation. Yes, I'll be glad to fucking tell his ass what I'm not about to deal with, you know? So I kind of get, during you guys' breakup, you learned a lot. And I feel like now you're able to communicate exactly, you know, better boundaries than before. So, yeah, look, you're no more in denial either. So, that's really good. So, if he does come back, sis, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're just going to really lay down the, you know, you're not going to deal with that shit. So let me read that card that I was telling you about because it didn't come out, but I'm about to find it and I'm going to read it. And then that'll be my last. So let's see. All right, here we are. So, time to evolve decision. So, it's not a negative situation, but a necessary one. Having the awareness to see it from your soul's perspective that you chose much of this before you incarnated is needed. This releases the victimhood mentality and pulls back your power. We must go through trials and tribulations as an opportunity to evolve. How you choose to interpret the situation hinges on your growth or not. Like what I was saying, like how are you viewing that situation after you came out of it? That's what I said. Like you evolve. So it's like you're not looking at it like, oh, that completely destroyed me, and I'm no. That whole fucking relationship helped you become who you are right now. You're gonna have better boundaries moving forward. You're never gonna deal with nobody else again that put you through the same shit that he put you through. It's just not gonna happen. That's why I said if you guys have that conversation, he's gonna probably be a little spooked because if he didn't evolve after you guys broke up, you're not gonna deal. You're just not. It's like you're gonna tell him exactly what, and oh well, you don't care about him being fine, cute, or whatever the fuck he is. You don't give a fuck about that. You're like, no, I'm grown ass woman. I'm, please. But yeah, I thought I already did answer your question, your second one. Let's see, Monica, are you still on here? Yeah, so I kind of get you like evolved off of him. So yeah, but that's what I'm getting for you, girl. That was pretty good. I really enjoy doing your readings. Hopefully I explained it right. All right. So, I know it's pretty late, y'all. I know.